So, I've been following a ketogenic diet for over 5 years, and I love it. The steady energy output, the ability to maintain a low body fat, and being able to eat some really delicious foods, it's all great. But if I could be honest and tell you what I miss the most about a traditional diet, it would probably be just two things: bread and sweets. And today, I'll be making a dish that tackles both of those vices. So if you're like me, which I'm sure some of you are, I suggest you throw on your baking apron, preheat your oven, and together, let's make some keto banana bread.
Are you still there? To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0.
What are you talking about?
Welcome to Ketocraftkitchen, your source for the best keto, low carb, and healthy recipes. So keto banana bread isn't a phrase you hear too often, but trust me, it's possible. The original recipe just needs some substitutions, alterations, some tweaks, and it becomes a keto, low carb, and gluten-free banana bread. And one very important factor is to use a banana that's more green than yellow. There are many benefits to a green, less ripe banana. They have a lower glycemic index, a lower simple sugar count, that contain high levels of fiber and potassium, and since they haven't ripened yet, they are especially high in carb-resistant starch, which acts like a soluble fiber and is able to keep you fuller longer. So bottom line, the more green the banana, the less the carbs. This banana bread takes just 15 minutes to prepare, so if you're ready, let's tackle those cravings and jump right in. After you've preheated your oven to 350 degrees, measure 2 cups of finely ground almond flour and put those in a bowl. Next, add 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon baking soda. And whisk until combined. Once combined, go ahead and sift your dry ingredients into another bowl. Now, use an unnecessary chef knife to chop 3 bananas that are more green than yellow. And the reason we're chopping them now is so that the next step is way easier. Go ahead and add your sliced bananas into a rigid bowl. Once they're in the bowl, you can mash them with a fork, but because they're not ripe yet, they're still very hard. So at this point, I really wish I had a potato masher, so if you own one of those, I recommend using that. Now, in a bowl that you can whisk, add 3 large eggs, and then add the mashed bananas, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup or a sugar-free substitute of your choice. And whisk those up until nice and smooth. You'll know it's ready when you have a consistency just like this. Once you've reached your desired consistency, go ahead and slowly whisk in your dry ingredients. Now your beautiful banana bread batter is ready to go in the loaf pan. Go ahead and take a small loaf pan, 8.5 by 4.5 inches, and lightly spray that with cooking spray. Once coated, add your parchment paper, which will now stick way easier that it's lightly coated with cooking spray. And don't forget to leave some overhang on the sides, that way you can use them as handles to pull the banana bread out. Now using a spatula, transfer the batter to your prepared pan. Once all the batter is added to the pan, lightly tap it on your countertop to make sure it's evenly distributed. Now if you want, you can try to add some flair like I did by putting a little bit of ground cinnamon or some other topping on top. Now bake in your preheated oven for 40 to 50 minutes until it's golden brown and a toothpick or knife comes out clean. Now you could use those parchment paper handles to move your bread and let it cool on a rack. Make sure to let the bread cool completely before consuming for at least 2 hours. So now is the hardest part of the recipe, waiting. As tempting as it is to cut a piece right away and start digging in, you'd be doing yourself a disservice. I highly recommend letting it cool off on a rack for at least 2 hours. The flavors really settle in and the full potential of the bread is reached at that point. Hopefully, you've been able to wait the full 2 hours. Now, cut into 12 slices and serve. So, as difficult as it was, I was able to wait 2 hours. Now, my patience is finally going to pay off. Let's give it a taste. Take a look at that. That does not look like a keto banana bread. Let's dig in. Wow, the crust on the outside, the moisture on the inside, the bread is perfect. Some people like to add walnuts or chocolate chips to their banana bread. Some even spread butter on it. But this one is perfect just the way it is. And now that we have appeased both our bread and sweet tooth cravings, we could all be much happier people. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go eat some more of this bread. If you enjoyed this dish, be sure to like and share the video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, requests, or input. Subscribe, hit the notification bell for future keto, low carb, and healthy recipes. I have a special Valentine's Day treat planned, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep it classy, keep it keto. Keto Craft Kitchen